Train Stops Play is the 17th episode of the 4th series, based on the story of the same name for the Railway series book, Stepney the Bluebell Engine. This is the third in the Stepney storyline of the 4th series, and it's our first chase episode for quite a while. But is it as fun as all the other chase episodes we've had in the years? Let's check it out. Stepney has been enjoying his visit to Sodor, and one day he is busy talking to Thomas, Percy and Toby. Stepney compliments the engines and says that Sodor has lots of things to make the island feel special, especially since he enjoys long runs. Stepney also mentions he misses pulling trucks. Percy tells Stepney that he can help with his goods train. Both their drivers agree and the two engines set off with their deliveries. Stepney delivers his loaded trucks to the harbour, then leaves to take some empty ones to the quarry. Later, Stepney stops at a red signal by a cricket field where a game has just started. A batsman hits a six when the signal drops and the ball lands in one of Stepney's empty trucks. Stepney does not notice this, and when the signal drops, he puffs away. The cricketers shout at him to stop, but neither Stepney nor his crew hear them. The cricketers have no spare balls to continue playing cricket, so they climb into their old car Caroline to chase after Stepney. Stepney is not hurrying, and Caroline, honking her horn, chases after them with the desperate cricketers inside. The driver mistakes them for joyriders wanting a race and increases Stepney's speed, to Caroline's annoyance, as she easily overheats when travelling at high speed. When Caroline finds that Stepney has disappeared into a tunnel, she hopes the players will give up and take her home, but her driver instead forces her over the hill and onward to the next station. Stepney has placed his train in a siding when Caroline wearily arrives at the station with the cricketers, who tell Stepney's crew that they need their ball back. The ball is found in the third truck from the brake van, hidden under some straw, to the delight of the cricketers. They are now ready to return to the cricket field, but Stepney's driver notices Caroline is completely overheated. After discussing with the station master and the cinnamon, they roll Caroline onto a flatbed so that she can rest during the return journey. The cricketers ride back to the field in a brake van. Stepney and his crew enjoy watching the rest of the game, and Caroline, pleased, changes her mind about trains being silly. Not only is this episode our first chase episode in quite a while, but it's also our introduction to Caroline, an elderly car owned by a cricketer from the Elsbridge Cricket Club. Caroline enjoys taking leisurely drives along the beautiful Sodorian countryside. She dislikes being driven along the road too fast, however, as it causes her engine to overheat. She is very calm in nature and appreciates the engines. She loves the occasional picnic where she is parked for the duration. She used to think railway engines were silly until she discovered how they can save the wear on her wheels. Fun fact about Caroline is that her railway series counterpart is based on the 1926 Morris Oxford Bullnose Saloon, whereas her TV series counterpart is an amalgamation of her railway series bases and a 1929 Ford model A24 sedan. Very interesting how they would combine the two for Caroline for the TV series. This episode sticks out a lot to me because of the fun chase scene between Stepney and Caroline, with Stepney not knowing why Caroline is chasing after him. And the cricket field in the episode is right next to Bulgy's field. As you can see Bulgy in the field with some chickens, and you can see the bridge that he got stuck under, showing the repair that was made to it. We also see the first physical appearance of Heckenbach Tunnel since the first series episode Thomas's Christmas Party, not counting its stock footage appearances in the second series episodes Bertie's Chase, Better Late Than Never and Edward's Exploit. There's quite a few returns for this fun episode. And the chase scene that was made in this episode is one of my favourite music bits from O Donnell and Jr. Campbell, and the tune is actually an extension of the duck theme from All at Sea and Bulgy. Giving us more notes and having more fun with it, making it the perfect light-hearted chase music. It's also a lovely way to see the countrysides of Sodor, as well as being the first episode to focus on a road vehicle rather than a steam engine all the time. While Stepney does take up most of the screen time for the episode, it's really nice that Caroline gets a good round of screen time as well. It's just always wonderful to see road characters take centre stage in the TV series, and this episode definitely doesn't disappoint. It's also quite funny how in the TV series, Stepney is one of the few engines that actually enjoys working with trucks, as the only other engine we've seen in the TV series who likes to work with them so far is Edward. And I love how it's a complete surprise to Percy, Thomas and Toby, since they think trucks are trouble. It's just a fun little addition to the episode. The episode also brings back memories from when I used to play cricket with my dad and my brother in the back garden of our old house. We used to lose a lot of our balls over the garden walls and the shed every time we played. Though I suppose it didn't help that we used tennis balls instead of cricket balls. But it's a very fun memory to look back on because of this episode. I got to experience this fun episode on 2 VHS tapes in the 90s. The first one being Thomas's Train and 17 Other Stories, and my personal favourite, Chases, Races and Runaways. It was the last episode to be featured on Chases, Races and Runaways, and looking back at it, I think it was a really good and fun episode to end the VHS tape on. And I still have fond memories of looking back at all the episodes that were featured on that tape, because it was one of my most favourite VHS tapes for the TV series. Just so many fond memories. Train Slots Play is one of the funnest episodes of the TV series. It's got a fun storyline, a fun chase, and a fun new character that's definitely not to be missed. It's easily one of the most entertaining episodes of the series.